Welcome in, everybody. Ty Bartellin with another edition of Player Profile. This time I am joined by one of the juniors here at LABRAE High School, their baseball team, Landon Brunstetter, joining me today. Landon, how we doing today, man?
Good. How about you?
I'm not doing too bad. I mean, you guys have to be doing pretty all right with the weather right now. You're able to get outside on the field. It's got to be a nice feeling. What's that anticipation and excitement like gearing up for opening day?
Yeah, we've worked so hard over the off season, getting out here, seeing what we do on the field. From last year, ending not how we wanted it to, just building up now. Excited for it.
What were some of the things you guys really wanted to get to work on after the way last year ended? I know you guys had a kind of sour taste in your mouth, a little bit of a hunger in your belly coming into this season too. What were some of those things you wanted to really work on and get to work with?
Yeah, I feel like for us, it was more the hitting aspect from last year. Our pitching was really good. I feel like communication also was a big part.
Before we go further into these chapters too, I always like to talk about the first chapter and where it all started. What's the earliest core memories you have with the sport of baseball? When's the first time you remember playing?
Ooh. I started, I think since I started a little later, so like 6 or 7, something like that. And, playing with my friends, rec ball, always core memory for me.
What was the biggest thing you think you've changed in from early age to now?
I think, I guess caring about it more, work ethic, I think has been a big part for me.
And talking in terms of maybe high school now, from freshman year until where you are now entering junior year, where do you think you've seen the biggest improvements in your play have been?
I think overall, more confidence wise in myself and not, I guess, timidness.
Okay. Okay. And when you talk about this being an upperclassman season for you, you are now going to be kind of tasked with having a little bit more leadership and a kind of role like that on the team. What's that been like for you, kind of taking on a little bit more responsibility?
Yeah, I feel like it's been a growth for me, learning how to coach some of the younger guys, but overall, I think it's been good.
There was 2 home runs on this team last year, and you had the opportunity to hit one of them. Talk to me about that experience and just being able to chart that first varsity homer.
It's great. That's actually the first home run I've ever hit. So, that one was big for me. I think just building upon that would be good.
You talk about last year as well. I mean, you batted over 300, had a great year overall. What are some things you want to build on from last year and some of your personal growth goals that you have?
Yeah, I think, I guess living in the moment. Pitching is also a big one for me, too.
You look at pitching on the pitching side too. Of course, you had success and you're one of the returners coming back from last year. How do you balance out having success both on the offensive side, being an everyday fielder, and also trying to manage your time on the mound too and find success in that aspect?
Yeah, I think overall it's more taking care of your body because throwing every day, get your arm a little sore. So I think just staying healthy.
What's kind of the pitch itinerary? What's your go-to pitches? What's the repertoire look like?
So we got fastball, curveball, change up. Working on a cutter right now. We'll see if I'll be able to bring that out, start the season.
You always start with fastball. I feel like it in baseball. Period. That's the first pitch you always work on. You want to master. What was kind of the next pitch that you started kind of developing your off speed? Was it changeup? Was it curveball? What was the off speed pitch?
Yeah, it was curveball actually, because changeup for me has always been like a really hard pitch to throw. But during the off season, I think that was really like a main focus for me is learning good changeup, but definitely curveball.
Okay, you mentioned the cutter, but outside of that one too, you can master any pitch in the world, one that you don't already know, and it's not the cutter. What would that one pitch that you can master be?
Probably Paul Skeen Splinker.
I don't even know what's the action on that. What's that look like?
It's like some arm side run. It's like I guess more of a two seam, but also it's like a sinker.
Okay. Okay. When you talk about your pitching, your mentality too, how is your kind of mentality attacking a lineup? What's kind of the go-to game plan battling hitters too?
Yeah. I think you always got to stay ahead in counts because when you fall behind, that's when you get in trouble. So I think just having the mindset that you can get this guy out.
Is pitching in your opinion, is it more of the physical side that matters in success or more the mental side, 50-50? What do you think?
I think it's more I'd say 50-50 because obviously you can throw 95, but if you don't think you can get the guy out and you just walk a bunch of people, that's not gonna do anything.
And I mean, in the sport of baseball, you know this from being a pitcher, you know this from being a hitter too. There's going to be ups, there's definitely going to be slumps as well. How have you been able to manage slumps that you've had in your career too, and how have you been able to overcome them?
Yeah, I think it's more of look at the bigger picture because baseball, it's a game of failure. You know, you're if you go 3 for 10, that's considered really good. So I think just keeping my head up.
We talked with Coach Anthony too, and he's always been a great mind in the sport of baseball, and he has a lot of success that follows him. What's it been like to be kind of under his direction the last few years and be able to pick his brain on certain things?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, he's been coaching for seems like 30, 40 years now. Yeah,
He's got some time in the high school realm, no doubt, no
yeah.
doubt. When you talk about some of your favorite memories though in the sport of baseball, what are the first ones that come to mind for you?
Oh, it's got to be probably travel ball, like 14U traveling around, getting to those tournaments. They're pretty fun.
When you kind of credit your success, I know travel ball is a big part of that credit, but what is some other advice you would give to some younger players too that want to kind of follow in your footsteps, maybe see the success you guys are seeing at the varsity level right now?
I think it's working hard. You know, you need it. You might not see the results as soon as you start, but I think just staying with it, it's a big part.
When you talk about some of the teachers over there at LABRAE, because you are a student athlete, you are a student first before an athlete. Who are some of the big teachers that have had an impact on your life too, and what have been some of your favorite classes so far?
Yeah, my sixth grade, not sixth grade, freshman year, my reading teacher, Miss Royal, love her. My history teacher right now, Mr. Cox, he's great.
What do you think? I mean, coaching, and teaching kind of go hand in hand. I feel like in a lot of aspects. What do you think kind of makes a good teacher and a good instructor, a good coach?
Yeah, I think both need leadership and you know, listening to the players and seeing what they have to say.
From your perspective, too, being a high schooler in today's world with social media and all the things we have in modern technology, what do you think some of the biggest challenges are for a modern day player that maybe coaches from a few years ago don't understand, or coaches that have a couple of generations in between us don't understand?
Yeah, I feel like it's looking at like the top guys in the country and seeing how hard they're throwing or how hard they're hitting the ball, and mainly you got to focus on you and how you're developing as a player.
Competing with yourself kind of mindset too every single day. I like that. I like that a lot. We talk about this year and we talk about your aspirations too. I know that this team wants to win conference again. What do you think it's going to take for you guys to be able to have that on your mantle again and be able to take that conference championship into tournament time?
Yeah, I think just staying together as a family because we have the pieces to do it. It's whether or not we're going to execute it or not. So I feel like just knowing who we are.
So we're going to do a little bit of rapid fire questions. You ready?
Yep.
What's the go-to glove?
Ooh, right now I got a Rawlings Pro Preferred.
What's the walk-up song if you had a choice?
Ooh. Nobody by Casting Crowns.
All right. Custom uniform. You could do any kind of look, any kind of color scheme for LABRAE. What's it going to be?
Uh, probably all black.
All right. We line up everybody on the Vikings to run line to line, foul line to foul line. Who's winning?
Oh, Owen Boone probably.
All right. We have a home run derby. Best hitters on the Vikings. Who's winning? We're throwing meatballs down for you guys to
Ooh,
just smack. Who's winning?
definitely Lucas.
All right. Who's the funniest in the dugout?
Ooh. Probably Austin. Austin or Boone too.
If you could do a custom kind of bat like they do the ice cream cone look Austin mentioned, I know they do a pencil look. What would it be a custom bat look you'd do?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. I think I like baby blue, so something with that.
What's a stadium you would love to play in? College, professional, doesn't matter.
I like Progressive Field.
I like that one too. I like that one a lot too. I might be a little bit biased with that.
Yeah,
Who's a player you wish you would be able to take a skill from? MLB, college level, doesn't matter. What's a skill you wish you could take from a player?
probably Bobby Witt's speed.
Get a little bit more wheels and a little bit more juice in that. I like it.
Yeah.
Talk to me too about a player, one of your favorite players in baseball, one of your role models.
Uh, Will Benson, I'm not 100% sure. He's on the Reds roster right now, but when he played for the Scrappers, when I was little, I went down there and I got a ball signed by him. I'll never forget that.
So you got that core memory too. Who's the real life role model for you?
Real life, my grandpa.
What's that relationship like with your grandpa too, and how has that been able to shape you?
Yeah, it's great. You know, he's taught me hard work. You got to work to get there.
We look at your family as well too, and just family support is always something big that kind of drives student athletes. How big is family support for you?
It's big, you know, looking at relatives, seeing them show up to the game, like my aunt and uncle. It's big.
Kind of taking it a step further with community support too. When you see the community lining that fence too, hanging on to the last second, waiting for the Vikings to get the out, looking for another shutout, maybe. What is that like for you, seeing just the community support you guys lining the fence?
Yeah, it's great knowing people believe in us and they want to see us win.
When you talk about this upcoming season and just a shout out to the community, what's something you would say to them as a reason to come out and watch this squad this year?
You know, we've been with each other, this group, for mostly 3 years now, and I feel like this year is a big year for us.
Before I let you go, Landon, I want to give you the chance to kind of shout out and give some love to anybody else that you may want to now, and just shine that spotlight on whoever you'd like.
Yeah, shout out my coaches, Coach Ed, my travel or my summer coach, Jim Devine. Shout out my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
All right, Landon. Well, we thank you so much. We're shouting you out as well. We're hoping you have a great season. Good luck to you on the diamond this year, and we'll see you out there in due time.
Thank you so much.